The film Avengers. Doomsday has become a major event in the world of cinema, combining nostalgia for legendary heroes and Marvel's ambitious plans for the future. After a series of failures, such as Captain Marvel 2 and Secret Invasion, the studio decided to bet on the return of iconic figures. The Russo brothers, whose style defined the success of Infinity War and Endgame, will once again direct the project, while Robert Downey Jr., who embodied Tony Stark, will now play the main antagonist, Dr. Doom. According to insiders, this character will be an alternate version from the multiverse, explaining his resemblance to Iron Man. The plot of the film will serve as the starting point for the Multiverse saga, which will conclude with Secret Wars in 2027, and fans are already building theories about how these projects will intertwine. Buckle up, because it's going to be as exciting as ever. The announcement of Doomsday sparked mixed reactions. On one hand, the trailer garnered a record-breaking 275 million views in its first 5.5 hours, surpassing even Deadpool and Wolverine. On the other hand, Marvel was criticized for its bizarre approach to the presentation. Actors were introduced through chairs with their names during a live stream, spawning a wave of memes like, "Marvel sells furniture, not movies." Nevertheless, the participation of over 30 actors, including veterans and newcomers, confirms the scale of the project. Robert Downey Jr., as mentioned, will return as Dr. Doom, whose story is closely tied to the destruction of reality. His character is Victor Von Doom, a scientist from an alternate universe who seizes Latveria and gains mystical powers, threatening the entire multiverse. Marvel explains this decision as an attempt to create a complex villain whose motives balance genius and madness, while his appearance, based on leaked concept art, resembles a hybrid of Iron Man and the classic Doom from the comics. Chris Hemsworth will reprise his role as Thor, and rumors suggest his arc will culminate in a heroic sacrifice, possibly in an attempt to stop the Reality Devourer, a cosmic entity that destroys worlds through cracks in space-time. These cracks, according to leaks, resulted from Loki's actions in previous Disney Plus series, linking Doomsday to those projects. Benedict Cumberbatch returns as Doctor Strange, whose magical abilities will be crucial in battling the reality crisis. Insiders claim that Strange will join forces with Wong and Clea to create an interdimensional barrier, but their plans will be disrupted by Doom, who wields artifacts from the Dark Dimension. Interestingly, Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen, who played Professor X and Magneto in the Fox universe, will appear here as alternate versions of their characters, marking the first step toward integrating the X-Men into the MCU. Their roles, while reportedly brief, are critical to the plot. Magneto will attempt to sway Doom to his side, while Professor X will lead a temporary alliance of heroes. The Fantastic Four, portrayed by Pedro Pascal, Mr. Fantastic, and Vanessa Kirby, Invisible Woman, will also join the Avengers, and their solo film Fantastic Four, First Steps, 2025, will depict the Earth that will be destroyed in Doomsday. According to insiders, Reed Richards will be linked to Tony Stark through the shared themes of genius and responsibility. Both are scientists whose inventions led to catastrophes. The film will also feature the Human Torch, Joseph Quinn, and the Thing, Ebon Moss-Bachrach, whose powers will be enhanced to combat the Devourer's monsters. The return of Chris Evans came as a surprise, though his role remains under wraps. Some sources claim he will play an alternate version of Captain America, while others suggest he will appear as Johnny Storm, referencing his 2005 film role. Tom Holland's Spider-Man is rumored to have a pivotal scene with Doom, whose face a copy of Tony Stark's will deliver an emotional blow to Peter Parker. Leaked dialogue suggests Doom will conclude their exchange with, "You could have been my heir, but you are too weak." Nearly the entire Thunderbolts cast, including David Harbour and Wyatt Russell, is also confirmed for the film, fueling theories about their deaths in their own project to heighten the drama in Doomsday. For instance, Red Guardian Harbour might sacrifice himself to save the team, while US Agent Russell could defect to Doom's side in exchange for power. The plot draws inspiration from the comics Secret Wars and Avengers, Fallen. The central conflict revolves around the heroes' attempts to stop the Reality Devourer, a being that consumes entire universes. The Avengers will unite with the X-Men and Fantastic Four to create a shield against the threat, but their plans will be thwarted by Dr. Doom, who seeks to exploit the chaos to seize control of the multiverse. Insiders reveal the film will feature at least two major deaths: Hulk, sacrificing himself in battle against Doom, and Tony Stark, whose cameo return will culminate in a repeat of the Infinity Stone's snap to save reality. This echoes Endgame, but unlike last time, Stark will not survive. His death scene, sources say, will be shown through Peter Parker's memories, amplifying its emotional impact. Filming is set to begin in March 2025 in London and last through August, with the project's budget estimated at $500 million, making it one of Marvel's most expensive endeavors. The Russo brothers, who received $200 million just for agreeing to direct, promise an epic tone akin to Infinity War, but with a focus on character-driven drama. They also plan to include numerous cameos. Rumors suggest appearances by Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, and even Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man from Sam Raimi's universe. These episodes aim to emphasize the multiversal scale of the threat while setting the stage for Secret Wars. For example, Deadpool is said to appear in a post-credits scene, commenting on the absurdity of events, while Maguire's Spider-Man will meet Holland's in a nod to No Way Home. However, production has not been without scandals. Leaked concept art of Dr. Doom in a black and gold suit sparked outrage, with fans deeming the design too similar to Iron Man, prompting Marvel to clarify these were merely early drafts. Another issue was the departure of Jonathan Majors, originally cast as Kang the Conqueror, who was fired due to legal troubles. This led to script rewrites and a shift in focus to Doom as the saga's primary antagonist. Screenwriters admit they had to overhaul a third of the plot to maintain coherence, though some elements of Kang remain, such as time travel technology. For the MCU's future, Doomsday will serve as a turning point. The film will lay the groundwork for a universe reboot where heroes from different realities unite under a new timeline. This could spell the end for certain veterans like Thor or Captain America, whose sacrifices will allow new generation characters, such as the Fantastic Four and X-Men, to take center stage. Integrating Fox's universe is a risky move, but Marvel hopes nostalgia for classic actors like Stewart and McKellen will draw audiences. The studio is cautiously handling canon. For instance, Magneto will not be the father of Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch to avoid confusion with prior films. Visual effects, the creators promise, will be groundbreaking. Scenes of reality collapsing, inspired by the works of Escher and Dali, will depict cities twisting into spirals and heroes battling on planetary debris. Marvel is collaborating with Weta Digital and Industrial Light and Magic, utilizing neural networks to create living backgrounds. Particular attention is paid to the clash between Doom and the United Heroes, a blend of magic, technology, and hand-to-hand combat, where every strike alters the surrounding landscape. Post-credits scenes, sources say, will hint at Galactus' arrival and directly reference Secret Wars. In the first mid-credits scene, Doom, his body disintegrating, will utter, "This is not the end," while the second will show Namor, his role undisclosed, observing the birth of a new universe from the ocean. The soundtrack, composed by Alan Silvestri, will feature updated versions of themes from Endgame to heighten emotional resonance. For example, Tony Stark's theme will play in a minor key, while Doom's leitmotif will merge choral elements with electronic distortions. Despite its ambitions, Marvel faces challenges. An overstuffed cast risks underdeveloped characters, and reliance on multiverse mechanics may confuse casual viewers. Fans also fear veteran deaths will serve as cheap hype tactics rather than meaningful conclusions to their arcs. However, if the Russos replicate the balance of action and drama seen in Endgame, the project has every chance to restore Marvel's former glory. Ultimately, Avengers. Doomsday is Marvel's bid to regain lost trust. Combining nostalgia, large-scale battles, and dramatic sacrifices should satisfy fans, but success hinges on whether the creators can balance spectacle with human stories. The answer will come on May 1, 2026, when the film releases. Until then, fans speculate whether this project will herald the Age of Doom or be the last gasp of a weary franchise. One thing is clear, Marvel can no longer afford missteps. What do you think about this? Share your thoughts in the comments and give this video a thumbs up or thumbs down. Subscribe to discover new dimensions of your favorite movies and dive into the fascinating world of cinema with us.